So one of the questions we were asked by a student at Monkstown Educate Together was, how do mosses grow? So to answer this, first of all, we need to think about, how do plants in general grow? So how does this tree grow, the grass and the flowering plants you can see around here? So they use energy from the sun, they get water from their roots, and they absorb carbon dioxide over the surface of their leaves, and they can use this through a process known as photosynthesis to make the energy and the sugars that they need to grow. And they can also get nutrients from their roots as well. So how does this differ with the mosses? Let's have a look at some mosses. So here on this curbstone we have several different species of moss growing along here. And how they differ is they don't have roots, so they can use energy from the sun, they can get carbon dioxide absorbed over their leaves, but they can't absorb water from roots because they don't have roots. They just have little rhizoids which attach them to the surface here, and they're not very good for transporting water or nutrients. So how do mosses get water if they don't have any roots? Well, the way they get it is from the rainfall, and they absorb it over their leaves directly. And the advantage of this is it means they can live in places like this concrete curbstone here, because they don't need to be absorbing water and nutrients through roots. They can absorb it over the surface of the plant, and this means that they can grow even in really inhospitable places such as this curb. The disadvantage, of course, it means that when it's dry, they can't get any water and nutrients. So what they do, as you can see here, is they just dry up. It's like going to sleep, and they just stop growing and they wait for it to rain again. And so here I've got a spray bottle, and we can spray and see if we can wet them up a little bit like it's raining. And there you can see the moss springs back to life. And within 20 minutes or half an hour or so, it can be ready to start photosynthesizing and producing all the food and nutrients it needs. And when it dries out again, it will just go back to sleep.